Hello, my name is Alyssa Holland, and for my final project, I will be investigating the painting Rosie the Riveter by Norman Rockwell. This painting is currently located at the internationally acclaimed Crystal Bridges Museum of American Art in Bentonville, Arkansas. It is a defining piece in the permanent collection of the museum and a favorite among visitors. Norman Rockwell was an American painter in the early 20th century. Rockwell studied art academically and found success with commercial painting commissions early in his career. In 1916, Rockwell painted his first cover for the Saturday Evening Post and would go on to paint 321 more covers for the magazine over the next 47 years of his life. One of his most famous works is the For Freedom's illustration from President Roosevelt's 1941 speech to Congress, but his most iconic piece would be the cover of the Post on Memorial Day in 1943, starring Rosie the Riveter. During World War II, the Office of War Information held a campaign called Women in Necessary Services in an effort to enlist women to fill the manufacturing and industrial positions of men who were called to serve in the war. To reach the female population, the Office of War Information called upon Rockwell to create a cover for the Saturday Evening Post, enticing the women to answer the call. Thus, Rosie was born. He created a protagonist that would go on to represent a brand new heroic type of American woman, one who was no longer just confined to the home or female jobs, but could do invaluable tasks for the war effort and make a difference on her own. Rosie the Riveter is an oil painting done on canvas and is 52 inches by 40 inches. The subject, a bulky woman who seems to be taking a lunch break at her job, takes up most of the vertical picture plane. She holds a sandwich in her left hand and a lunchbox with her name on the side in her right. She is wearing denim overalls with campaign buttons across her chest and holds a riveting gun in her lap. A flowing American flag serves as the background, perhaps to represent this new ideal of an American woman. A tattered copy of Adolf Hitler's Mein Kampf is underneath her foot as a subtle statement to the defeat of Germany in the war and the new efforts of women in the workplace for this cause. Her muscular arms, large legs, and smudges of dirt are contrasted with painted fingernails, tightly curled hair, and a compact and handkerchief in her pocket, conveying the underlying femininity that is still present in these working women. Rosie's bright red hair, pale skin, and dark blue clothing reflect the American flag in the background, as well as emphasize the patriotism of this era. The style in which the artist portrays Rosie is one that many readers of the magazine would have instantly recognized. The painting closely resembles Michelangelo's depiction of the prophet Isaiah from the Sistine Chapel ceiling. This comparison gives the painting an immediate ability to be identified. It also compares two things: the righteousness of God's calling on Isaiah to turn the wicked from their ways, and the righteousness of America's calling on its women to do their part in the war. The artist cleverly mimics Isaiah's pose with the same position of the arms, legs, and posture, and even gives Rosie a halo, the symbol of a holy figure in art. Contrasted with her worldly features and mundane action of eating a sandwich, Rosie becomes an idealized figure who is still accessible to the viewer. An interesting fact surrounding this painting is that its title is often mistakenly given to another work of art from the same time period. Howard Miller's poster of a working woman showing off her muscles and saying, "We can do it," was published shortly after Rockwell's painting. Although the woman in the poster was never given a name, she was similar in appearance to the Rosie figure and has been associated with the name ever since. In fact, when most people are asked about Rosie the Riveter, they will reference the poster, not the painting. Rosie the Riveter has become an American cultural icon. Originally, she was a persuasive image to change the workforce for a patriotic cause. She has now grown into representing feminist movements and gender equality. She is easy to portray for a character costume, and she is a popular caricature for anyone with a can-do attitude. I chose this painting to research because of the lasting impact it has had on our culture. It represents the start of women's importance in society evolving into what it is today. I am thankful for this change and the impression that this icon has had on me. I only hope that I can have the same impact on society someday as Rosie did 71 years ago.